if you're feeling overwhelmed by personal finance. If you've tried budgeting apps, read countless articles, and watched tons of videos only to feel more confused than ever, let me stop you right here. Because the truth is, you don't need a finance degree or a six-figure salary to start building a solid financial foundation. What really made a huge difference in my life were not complicated investment strategies or cutting-edge fintech tools, but simple, practical money tips. And today, I'm sharing those tips with you. The exact small steps that changed everything for me. So grab a pen, or better yet, open your Notes app, because these tips are simple, actionable, and they could change your financial life just like they changed mine. Before we dive in, tap that like button, subscribe for more personal finance content, and drop a comment below. What's one small money habit you've adopted that made a big difference? 1. Track your money, even the small stuff. This one might sound basic, but it's a game changer. For 30 days, I tracked every single dollar I spent. Coffee? $3.75. Lunch? $12.50. Streaming subscriptions? All accounted for. And you know what? It wasn't about restriction, it was about awareness. I realized I was spending $200 a month on random snacks and impulse buys. Once I saw where my money was going, I could redirect it toward things that truly mattered to me, like savings, investments, or even guilt-free fun. 2. Automate everything. Automation isn't just for big companies, it's for regular people like us. I set up automatic transfers to my savings account the day after payday. I also automated bill payments and even micro-investing through apps that round up spare change. This way, saving and investing became effortless. And let me tell you, when you automate good financial habits, it's almost like you're giving yourself a raise. 3. Set no-spend days. I used to swipe my card without a second thought until I introduced no-spend days into my routine. These are days where I commit to spending $0. It forced me to get creative, cook at home, enjoy free activities, or even just pause and reflect on whether a purchase was necessary. It wasn't about deprivation, it was about mindfulness. 4. Give every dollar a job. I learned this from the zero-based budgeting method. Instead of just saving whatever's left over, I started assigning every dollar a purpose. $100 for groceries, $50 for fun money, $200 for emergency savings. When every dollar has a job, you're far less likely to waste money or wonder where it all went. 5. Build an emergency fund, even if it's small. I used to think I needed thousands of dollars to start an emergency fund. But the truth is, just having $500 or $1,000 tucked away can be a lifesaver. I started small. Every payday, I'd set aside $20 or $50 into a separate high-yield savings account. Over time, it added up. Now, I sleep better at night knowing I have a financial cushion for life's unexpected curveballs. 6. Stop trying to time the market. When I first started investing, I wasted so much time worrying about the perfect time to buy stocks. But eventually, I learned a simple truth. Time in the market beats timing the market. Now, I invest consistently whether the market is up, down, or sideways. I focus on the long term and let compound interest do its magic. 7. Cut one unnecessary expense, not all of them. I used to believe I had to cut out lattes, takeout, and every little indulgence to get ahead financially. But that just made me miserable. Instead, I chose one unnecessary expense to cut each month. Maybe it's a streaming service I barely use, or a gym membership I wasn't using. By focusing on one change at a time, I avoided burnout and saw real progress. Educate yourself, but keep it simple. I didn't go back to school for finance. Instead, I committed to learning a little bit every day. I read books like The Millionaire Next Door, listened to podcasts, and followed creators who made money topics easy to understand. The key? Don't get overwhelmed by jargon. Start with the basics and build from there. 9. Celebrate wins, even small ones. When I paid off my first credit card, I celebrated. When I hit my first $1,000 in savings, I threw a mini pizza party with friends. Celebrating milestones kept me motivated. It reminded me that every step forward, no matter how small, was a victory worth recognizing. The truth is, most people think financial freedom is about making six figures, scoring the next big investment, or cutting out every indulgence. But in my life, simple money tips made the biggest difference. Tracking my spending, automating savings, setting boundaries, educating myself, and celebrating along the way. These aren't complicated strategies, they're simple, sustainable habits that anyone can start today. Let's chat. Which of these tips are you already practicing? Which one are you excited to try? Drop your answers in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your story. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video on personal finance made simple. Remember, you don't need to be a financial genius to make smart money moves. You just need to start. Start simple, stay consistent, and watch your financial future change just like mine did.